This is not just another iOS update. This is not just another Siri improvement. This is the moment Apple finally turned Siri into a real AI assistant. For more than a decade, people laughed at Siri. They called it slow, dumb, and useless. They compared it to Google Assistant, Alexa, and now ChatGPT. They said Apple had fallen behind in the AI race. But iOS 26.4 changed everything. And today, I'm going to show you why this version of Siri is the biggest upgrade in Apple's history. How it secretly uses Apple's new AI brain. How it works across your iPhone like magic. And why this could be the start of a completely new Apple era. So if you are using an iPhone, or even thinking about buying one, this video is going to change how you see Siri forever. Let's go back for a second. For years, Siri felt like it was stuck in the past. You could ask for the weather. You could set alarms. You could send simple messages. But anything complex, it failed. You had to repeat yourself. You had to speak in robotic commands. You had to say things in a specific way or Siri would not understand. Meanwhile, the world moved forward. AI models started writing essays, coding apps, creating music, and having real conversations. And Siri stayed silent. People started to think Apple had lost its magic. But what we didn't see was that Apple was not racing fast. Apple was racing smart. They were building something behind the scenes. They were training private AI models. They were redesigning the entire Siri engine. They were rewriting the core of how Siri understands human language. And then, iOS 26.4 arrived. And suddenly, Siri didn't feel like a robot anymore. It felt alive. The first thing you notice is how natural Siri sounds now. The voice has emotion. It pauses correctly. It reacts instead of just responding. It feels like you're talking to a real assistant, not a machine. But the real power is not in the voice. The real power is in the brain. With iOS 26.4, Apple introduced what many are calling Apple Intelligence Core. This is not just a small update. This is a new AI layer running inside your iPhone. It understands context. It remembers your previous questions. It connects information across apps. And it can complete tasks without you touching your phone. For example, you can now say, Siri, find the message where my boss sent the meeting time. Add it to my calendar and remind me 30 minutes before. And Siri will actually do it. No more opening apps. No more searching manually. No more copy and paste. Siri understands your intention, not just your words. That is the difference. Now let's talk about something huge. Siri in iOS 26.4 is context-aware. That means Siri knows what you are doing on your phone at that moment. If you are reading an email and say, Siri, summarize this, Siri will summarize the email. If you are watching a video and say, Siri, remind me about this tomorrow, Siri knows what this means. This is real intelligence. And Apple did something even smarter. They made Siri work across your entire Apple ecosystem. Your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, your Apple Watch, your AirPods. You can start a task on your phone and finish it on your Mac. You can ask Siri on your watch to send a file from your iPhone. You can control everything with your voice. This is not just convenience. This is power. But the biggest question everyone is asking is this. Is Siri now better than ChatGPT? The answer is, Siri is different. ChatGPT is a knowledge machine. It lives in the cloud. It answers questions. It writes content. Siri is now a system brain. It controls your phone. It understands your apps. It manages your life. And in many daily situations, Siri is now faster and more useful than any chatbot. Imagine this. You say, Siri, plan a weekend trip for me. Siri checks your calendar. It sees when you are free. It suggests destinations. It finds hotels. It creates reminders. It sends the details to your Notes app, all in one flow. That is not a chatbot. That is a digital assistant. And here is the part that makes Apple different from everyone else. Privacy. Unlike many AI systems that send your data to servers, Siri processes most requests directly on your device. Your personal information does not leave your phone. Your messages, photos, and files stay private. You get AI power without giving away your life. Now let's talk about real use. Students can ask Siri to summarize long notes, explain topics, and organize study schedules. Creators can ask Siri to write video titles, manage content calendars, and organize files. Business users can automate emails, meetings, and reminders. Even parents can manage family tasks easily. Siri is no longer a joke, it is becoming essential. And Apple is not stopping here. iOS 26.4 is just the beginning. Apple is slowly turning Siri into the center of your digital world. One day, you will not open apps. You will talk to Siri, and Siri will do everything for you. This is the future Apple is building. A future where technology disappears and intelligence remains. So if you still think Siri is useless, think again. Because the sleeping giant has finally awakened. And this time, Siri's ready. And now, let's talk about what this really means for the future. Because iOS 26.4 is not just an update, it is a warning to the entire tech industry. Apple has entered the AI war. For years, companies like Google, OpenAI, and Microsoft were moving fast, releasing new AI tools every few months. People thought Apple was late. They thought Apple was scared. They thought Apple had no answer. But Apple was waiting for the moment when AI was not just smart, but safe, not just powerful, but private, not just impressive, but truly useful. And now that moment is here. This version of Siri is only the first stage. Apple is building a world where you no longer search for information. The information comes to you. You no longer manage apps. Your assistant manages them for you. Imagine waking up in the morning and Siri already knows your schedule, the traffic on your route, the weather, and the messages that matter. You don't ask, it prepares. Imagine creating content where Siri helps you write, edit, and organize everything without opening 10 apps. Imagine studying where Siri becomes your personal tutor, explaining difficult topics in simple language. This is the direction Apple is moving toward. A future where your phone feels less like a device and more like a partner. And the most powerful part is this. Apple is doing it quietly. No hype, no drama, no noise, just real technology that works. So if you're watching this and still using Siri only to set alarms, you're missing out. The new Siri is not a feature. It is a foundation. And we are standing at the beginning of a new digital era. An era where your voice becomes the remote control of your life. This is not science fiction anymore. This is iOS 26.4. And this is only the beginning. This is not the end of Siri's story. This is the beginning of Apple's AI era. A time where your phone doesn't wait for commands. It understands your intentions. Where technology stops feeling like a tool and starts feeling like intelligence. iOS 26.4 didn't just upgrade Siri. It redefined what an assistant can be. So the next time you say, "Hey Siri," remember, you're not talking to software anymore. You're talking to the future. And the future has finally woken up.